Hey, you guys, how you guys doing today? It is Brother D, Praise Hallelujah Radio Show midday, coming to you about the one and only, the one and only Tyler Perry. Coming to you about Tyler Perry. Yep, Mr. Fort McPherson down in Atlanta, Georgia. Just want to know the blessing of Abraham upon you guys before I get started. Much love to each and every one of you. I want you to know that the Lord loves you. He wants the best for you. Praise Hallelujah Radio Show is a thriving show, syndicated, and have been up and running for 15 years. Awesome guests, Creflo Dollar, Kirk Franklin, Tina Campbell, Erica Campbell, and the sister of the Michael Jordan, and a plethora of other people. So God bless. I just want to get started today, and I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tyler Perry. You guys know him. A lot of you guys, love him. Some people love him, like him, different, indifferent about him. But I just want to get straight to the point. I have been watching Tyler Perry's product for years. I've been watching Tyler Perry for years, and well over 15 years. And I just have to come on here and say this because it's worth saying. I know a lot of people don't. So I'm going to be covering this from the Christian perspective, the Black community perspective, and also the business perspective. All right. So just to get it all out the way. I just want to say Tyler Perry is an immensely talented young man out of Atlanta. Well, he's based in Atlanta, and he grew up with mom and his stepdad. If you watch his story that they have it on Prime, awesome story about his life. What I mean by awesome is that the details that went on. I mean the information, not so much what happened, but I want to get this out the way. Tyler Perry, just jumping straight into it, is a door opener. He's a door opener, and a lot of people don't want to give him his props. A lot of people don't want to give him his credit. And ever since a popular film dropped lately, a series on Netflix, everybody has kind of lost their minds once again. Because whenever he puts anything out, a lot of us, we start to bash him. We start to criticize him. And especially, the Christian community and also, the Black community as a whole, a lot of us start to bash him. But I see Tyler Perry as something completely different than a lot of you guys see him as. I know people near to me and people who are not so near to me due to I deal in media. I deal with people. I'm on radio, so I know what I'm talking about. And whenever he drops a new show, a new product, and it comes out, if you go to X or you go to any of the Black community spots on social media, everybody has an opinion. They hang the soul of our existence on Tyler Perry's movies, on Tyler Perry's films. They act like he is the end-all, be-all for us. And he may speak for some, but he doesn't speak for everyone. And that's one big thing that we all have to understand. But when I get down to the essence of who he is and what he is to the Black community, when it comes to entertainment, he is a door. He is a door opener. And a lot of us have been criticizing him, tearing him down, making him to be, make it to be something that it's not. And, the question is, who he is as a man. You question who he is as sexuality. You question his motive towards Black men. You question his motive towards Black women. You question his motive towards dark-skinned Black men, to dark-skinned Black women. And to me, it's kind of insane. And the reason why I say that is because we all have opinions. And his opinion may not be your opinion, and his life experience may not be yours, but he has a life experience. And most time when you deal with a writer a writer is always going to write based on what they've been through. Just like you have method actors who embody it, a lot of writers are embodying the thing that they went through, whether it was good or bad. I look at my household growing up. My dad had 7 boys and 4 girls. Now I say that today, and everybody go, and y'all live together? Yes, we lived on a block. I lived on a block where it was all black families. My dad worked for the city of Philadelphia. He worked there for 35 years. I seen him retire. Him and my mom grew old together. Yes. I've been married 31 years as a result of my parents, as a result of my neighbors, as a result of God being in my life. And a lot of Christians have a lot to say about Tyler Perry, and they want to get on, oh, I don't believe he's doing this, he's doing that, he's going down the slippery slope. Listen, all things, so I'm going to address the Christian community first, because ever since the new movie Forever dropped, now everybody's saying, oh, he should be looking at Miss Brock and learning from her because she know how to address the black community. Keep in mind, they are not enemies. We always make each other our own enemies. Like Tyler can't have his own mindset and she can't have her own mindset. And they both have put out a plethora of different movies and series out here that has employed black people in Hollywood, and no one wants to really give them their credit. Because if you're complaining about his stuff, let me stay on course. My God, let me stay on course. I'm gonna stay on course because Tyler Perry, over the years, has given us plays that resound in the black community, like the reflection of us, the depiction of us, according to some things, how he grew up. If you ever listen to his story, it's how he grew up. It's what he's seen. It's what he knows. So he tells a story a lot of times from that perspective. Everyone doesn't tell the same story. Just for instance, I'm gonna use myself. Me growing up in a house like that, all these brothers and sisters, my mom and dad, working. When I was younger, I thought it was, sometimes I was like, man, we got it hard. I wish I had more like these people over here or those people over there. But the older I got, I was like, my God, I was in Mayberry and didn't even know it. We didn't live in the hood. Don't get me wrong. Everything goes on in different places, but it wasn't like that. But getting back to Tyler Perry, it's just that this man to date, they says that down in Fort McPherson, he employs over 576 employees. 576 employees. That probably is 70% black. 7 times 5 is 35. So that's roughly 30. I would say 360 black folks who are working down there. Black actors that you would have never heard of, known of, seen, experienced at all. People don't even hire us in Hollywood. They take our stories and put other people who don't look like us in our stories. And this man has worked hard to put us in stories, put us in places, and put us on the screen. People are on the screen producing our art. Our art is telling a picture, is telling a story about somebody's life. That's what it's doing. And I may not particularly agree with everything that he has to say. As a Christian, I may not agree with everything that he has to say, but that doesn't make him my enemy. My Archbishop is online. Praise the Lord. But, that doesn't make him my enemy. He's not my enemy because I don't agree with everything that comes out of his mouth. And people say, well, how can he be a Christian and show this? A lot of people are showing what's going on. They're showing what's going on. Do we cancel news stations for showing what's going on in our community? When Law and Order come on, do we ban those actors and writers on Law and Order? No. Because we have a propensity to look at us and see something wrong and want to be able to control people who look like us. We feel like we don't have the right to express what we are going through. Once again, I don't have to agree with everything that comes out from one mouth. I don't have to even like everything that they put out. That's my choice. That's my God-given right. Choose ye this day. God gives us choices. You can choose. You can like it or don't like it. It don't only apply to your will. Doesn't only apply to serving God as a Christian. It applies to everything in life, everything He put on the earth, everything that He puts on the earth. It's your choice. But you guys have dragged this man, and y'all have taken forever. Which is the movie now on the series on Netflix, which is an excellent series. The young lady who wrote for it's a Judy Blume book, but she did an adaptation of it and she made it into a film, a short series. It is excellent. But guess what? She also wrote Girlfriends. When Girlfriends first came out, me and my wife, we watched like 90% black cinema. We do. Anybody know me? That's who I am. I have to support my people. Girlfriends, when it came out, a lot of people didn't like it. They didn't like Tony Childs. They didn't like Joan. They didn't find them believable. But now you want to credit her as, the great queen, as the great eye. And it's only to down Tyler Perry. She put out Love Is, which is that excellent. Oh, my God. I fell in love with that series. Unfortunately, it ended short because of some things with the actors. But nevertheless, it was excellent. And when I sit here and I go, wait a minute. You are down in this man who is employing people that other folks won't employ. Black folk had to beg Hallmark, Lifetime Movie Network to put black actors on there. And they finally made the decision a couple of years ago when they did the T.D. Jakes whole series. And I was actually chosen to be on to do the junction. I was on the panel to interview T.D. Jakes about his movies and about his book. I have yet to release it. I've had it for 4 years, but it was a group of us, radio people from around the country. We had all talked about it. Got in. Everybody, they talked about it. And T.D. Jakes was talking about it. He did the Love series. But anyway, nevertheless. I'm sorry, the 7 deadly, was it the 7 deadly sins or I forgot the name. Oh my God. But anyway, I was on the panel. I can prove it. I put it out there. But my whole point is just about us respecting Tyler Perry as a writer, as a producer. I know a lot of you say, I don't like this particular show. I don't, I don't, they show a lot of nudity in it. Then don't watch it. Just don't watch it. Don't watch it. And I'm not going to start, if I sat here and just, look, people don't understand how many shows Tyler Perry got out right now. They don't know how many people, do you know how many people this man is employing? I'm talking about as artists. And half of you guys talking about morality. Half of you guys are shacking and doing whatever you want to do, but you want to talk about him and his morality. A lot of you are, never mind. Listen, you're dealing with a different Daryl right now. I'm telling you, a different brother D. But I'm gonna go over some of his shows. Bruh. Maxie, who we got? We got Assisted Living, Meet the Browns. We have House of Pain. I don't know if you guys remember Too Close to Home, only last 1 year. Ruthless, that's the one a lot of people have a problem with. All the Queen's Men, a lot of people have a problem with that. Ruthless is about human trafficking. Human trafficking, that's what it's about. If Loving You is Wrong. She the People, which is hilarious. That's one of this movie, Better or for Worse. Janet Jackson, Sisters, Beauty in Black, Zatima. So when you start dealing, The Oval. So when you start dealing with all these shows, and these shows are up and running, he has like 8 shows up and running on TV right now. And don't forget young Dylan He has all these shows on right now, and a lot of you guys have problems, and you want to, face these two black people off and say, "Oh, she should be showing him the way." A lot of y'all didn't even like her stuff when it came out. Some people even had a problem with MOESHA. She wrote one of the executive producers and writers of MOESHA. You had a problem with MOESHA, especially when they added Monique, and they came in with "hey" and all that, and everybody, "Oh my God, we don't act like that." Yes, we do act like that. Yes, we do. That's who we are. That's what we do. That's what we do. People say, "I don't do that. My mom don't do it." Is somebody in your family who do it? We are very colorful people. We're very demonstrative. We're very funny. We're spontaneous. We're serious. We're silly. We're everything. We're a little bit of everything. And when we see that, we think that we don't have any identity because sometimes we can't trace our identity. And I understand that can be frustrating, but Tyler Perry is not your enemy. If you don't want to watch stuff, just don't watch it. But don't tell me this man hasn't employed half. This man, in the last 10 years, he probably employed more people in Hollywood than Hollywood has employed in the last 100 years. Let's keep it a buck. Just keep it a buck. Don't lie to yourself. Oh, he emasculate black men. Listen, as I said, a lot of people write about what they have seen in their life. And so he's telling stories that he lived. And since his life told this story, he's going to write about it. Like when I first seen the Cosby Show, everybody was like, "Oh, that's phony. A mother and father together, and they're working in the house together, and one's a doctor, one's a lawyer." My mom wasn't a doctor, lawyer. My dad was an electrician. My mom actually was a seamstress for some warehouse. She had a heart attack. She couldn't work anymore. But my dad wasn't an electrician. My dad built a house in Virginia with his hand with his uncle. That's who my dad was. That's who Big Bob was. He fixed everybody's car on the block. That's who my dad was. When my mom got sick when she was older, my dad, he was retired. He took care of my mom, emptying bedpans, washing her up. That's who my dad was. So when I see that and I hear when people say, "Well, if I decide to write and you see this in my writing, don't become, oh yeah, well, he only write about people, who do X, Y, and Z. He only talk about people who have hardships in their life." Everybody have hardships in their life. The trials of life. Everybody do. Everyone does. But Tyler Perry is not your enemy. So from the Christian perspective, he may not give you everything that you want as a Christian. And you may say, "Hey, I want him to deal with people in the Holy Ghost, and I want them to lay hands and fall out. I'm tired of people making fun of the church, blah, 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 blah." But guess what? Christians make fun of the church. We make fun of each other. That's what we do. We all do it. We laugh at how people shout. We laugh at how people speak in tongues. We all do it in one sense or another. And I know somebody gonna go, "I don't do it. Hey, brother, not me. I don't do it." Yes, you do. You're either making fun of it, or you're saying that they shouldn't be speaking in tongues right now. You're gonna bring some type of mockery to it, because we're human. We're in human clothes. We're in human flesh, and we all gonna do it. All right. So let's get that out the way. Number two, let's look at it from the Black community perspective. Even though I've touched on that a little bit, the Black community, we as a whole, people say, "Well, all he want to do is to show thugs and drug dealers." Tyler Perry just do not show thugs and drug dealers. That's a lie. That's a lie. He do show it in some of his movies, as everyone else does. You have no problem saying anything when somebody else do it, but when he does it, you get upset. Once again, he's telling stories about things he did. When I came up, as I said, I got 7 brothers and 4 sisters. I seen people who was into doing things in the street a little bit, and I also seen people who was doing things that was right. And if I decide to write, I could write about both of them. And some people say, "Well, I'm tired of hearing about, you know, the hardships and everything. So I'm not gonna watch. Then don't watch it. It's fine. But don't act like this man is the cause of your problems or the cause of your neighborhood. The problem with neighborhoods is that we don't go out and we don't help each other anymore. That's what's wrong with our neighborhoods. We don't want to put the time in to help one another. We act like giving somebody 4 quarters is the end all be all. We act like that's something so grand and great. We act like because we feed somebody on Thanksgiving that's such a great thing. Oh, I fed people. You should. I tell people this all the time. You should. And you should be patted on your back for it. You really should. We should commend one another for that. Tyler Perry opened doors. This man's always helping somebody out, always being generous, always opening up his pockets, always saying something great about his people and doing things for them. Always putting people in place to make a move. Then they met, oh, well, he dressed up as a girl. He dressed up as a woman. Ain't no man, you messing up our communities. Let me tell you something. The LGBTQ community has been alive and well ever since the inception of man. Ever since the inception of man. It has always been. It has always been. There's nothing new. It has always been. And so when we see it on screen, we become angry because we feel like, oh, you exposing us. You're showing us. You don't have to worry about that. All you got to do is walk outside and you'll see it. Once again, I don't have to agree with it. I don't have to like it. I don't even have to watch it. But there are actors out here who are looking for spots to play and portray different characters, and that's what they do. And that's what they do. That's what they do. But yet a lot of us, once again, we have problems with it. We have problems. Oh, well, he showed us, the girls, they were being trafficked. As people being trafficked, let me tell you something. I've been in radio for 15 years. Every year for 7 years straight, I did 2 shows on trafficking. 1 year I did 3 shows on trafficking. They were my lowest rated shows. I'm going to say it again. They were my lowest rated shows. Lowest. And why is that? Because no one cares about trafficking. Because it's either poor people or it's people of minority who are minorities. They don't care. People don't care. But when he shows it and it's in your face, we don't like it. And it's sort of like the Bible. See, that's why God gave us the 10 Commandments. Because when we read it and we see ourselves, we're like, wait a minute, that's me. Hey, wait a minute, we don't want to see it no more. Because we want to think everything is all right with us. But when we see it, we have a problem with it. Because you only have a problem with it, it's because, you know why? You don't want to stop doing it. Boom. There you go. And that's from this movie. Boom. So once again, the creator of Forever is not the enemy of Tyler Perry. She's not his enemy. He's a door opener. He employs people. People now have homes because of him. People are feeding their families because of him. People are now investing their money in their own movies because of him. He allowed people to direct sometime. He bring in Kim Fields. He bring in different actors who once act and let them direct sometime. Why does he do all this? He does it because he cares about his community. And because he may not think like you think, doesn't make him your enemy. I'm not your enemy. He's not my enemy. If we have a difference of opinions, we do. But a lot of y'all, you know, especially from a Christian perspective, y'all want everybody to be totally delivered, totally set free, totally just telling these stories from a standpoint where everything looks clean. I'm sorry, but back when we were when our ancestors come along, they were lynched. They cut off their scrotums, hung them from a tree, and set them on fire. They ate their skin and let part of their skin drip down to the ground. And that's the truth. But when we see things and hear things, and it shows these pictures, and someone is telling you a story of things that's going on and has went on, we have a problem with it. We take it as, oh, you're making us do things that we don't normally do. Humans do human things. Humans do gory things. And when the actor is depicting that, we have a problem with it. But people in the arts, they know that they are portraying a certain thing. Everybody wants to. Then we want to get into all the, okay, but what about the people who do rituals when it comes to method acting, and they want to embody the person? A lot of time, embodying a person is reading up on who they were and best depicting them in your own energy and your own light. Is there witchcraft in things? Definitely. Everything. Witchcraft is in everything. Whether you know it or not. Everything. What do you think what do you think lynching is a part of when you see people hanging from trees? And they set them on fire? Do you think that's just a coincidence? Or that was just a bad practice? No. People really did do gory things. But we don't take that as witchcraft. We take it as, oh, that was just something happened in time. No, not at all. You have to understand that these things were real. And so when someone is showing you things that happen or showing you a certain lifestyle, you're like, oh my God. Or you always say, a lot of people today say, I made it out of the hood. I made it out of the hood, right? We always want to say, you got to make it out. You got to make it out. What are you making out of? Is it a pleasant place? And when we talk about the hood, we're not just talking about everybody who live in a place where there's high crime. We're talking about that there are high crime areas where people are sometimes robbed, maimed in certain areas. So when we talk about making it out of the hood, we look at that, oh, I won't live down there no more, blah, blah, blah. But if Tyler Perry shows it in the film, you got a problem with it. You got a problem with it. Or if he used Medea, oh, why is he dressing up as a woman? Oh my God. Remember, in his life, once again, he's a writer. He's a writer. In his life, he seen women as the stronghold. That's the strong man in the house, because that's what it was. That's what he saw. Women as the strong man. They was the strong people in his life. So when he wants to show a figurehead in life, he's always he went to what? Showing the woman, why? Because he's seen his grandmama, he's seen his mama and them, he's seen them in their strength. He's seen them work. He's seen them buy homes. He's seen them defend him. That's what he's seen. So that's what he depicts. People, well, you just giving me excuse. I'm not giving anyone any excuse. I'm telling you how it goes in life. That's how it goes in life. A lot of you say, oh, my dad was never around. My dad was never around. So, but and you say Big Mama, and you give Big Mama credit. But when he gives Big Mama credit and he shows you how he's depicting Big Mama, you have a problem with it. You don't have to like that he has a dress on. You don't have to like it. You don't have to watch it. But understand, when you start to understand people, you start understanding the mindset. What are they doing? Why are they doing it? Because that's all they knew. That's what they saw. It's sort of like in a black household. I'm gonna use something, a parallel. You have a Italian household and you have a African American household. We both make spaghetti, but black folks put sugar in their sauce. Both have ground beef. Both has spaghetti sauce, noodles. But we don't like things tasting a certain way. We like things a little sweet, so we put it in there. So somebody who's growing up with us, so if someone of a Caucasian grew up in our household, they're going to do what we do because that's what they saw. And at times look at you, go, wait, what you doing? Why'd you put sugar in that? You're like, what? Even though it really is sugar and salt anyway, especially in America, unless you make your own sauce. But anyway, because that's what we do, because that's what we like. That's to our palate. Why are you doing that? Oh my God. Why are you eating things like that? And that's what he did. So since he's seen his grandmom and mom as a strong figurehead, that's where Medea comes from. Not so much, oh, he just want to dress up as a woman. No. He's depicting what he saw. He didn't see a man taking up for him, going outside, knocking somebody out. He knew a man would knock him out. So that was like, unfortunately, that man in his life was like his enemy. That man was like his enemy. So that man in Tyler Perry's life, that stepfather, I should say, was like his enemy. So he didn't depict. So when he wrote a movie, he didn't depict the man as the strong one. He depicted the woman because the women in his life were the strong ones. All of y'all will say that with ease about your big mama or about your mom. I'm a strong black woman. My mom raised us, blah, blah, blah. And my mom raised us and my dad wasn't around. I had no problem with it. But if he says that, or if he shows that, you have a problem with it. And why is that? You know why? Once again, we had a propensity of discrediting, pulling down, tearing down, and not looking at our own, not looking deeper. We think that everything is inside our head. It's inside somebody else's head. And that's not the fact. That's not the case. That's why your favorite color is blue and my favorite color is orange. Or my favorite color is red and your favorite color is yellow. We all are different. We're not a monolith. We have a lot of things that are similar, as in being human, as in being African American, as in being let's say Italian, Scottish, Scandinavian. We all have different things about us that locks into our own little cultures, especially us, because we are, we're displaced pretty much by being taken out of a country and being placed over here, but we still developed a culture, our own culture over here. But even within the culture, there is diversity in the culture. Some of us like to be very flamboyant with colors and gold and jewelry. That's just a part of it. And some of us are more conservative. And it's cool. And the same thing with his movies. If you look at all his movies, they have differences. Sometimes the tapestry bleeds over into others, yes, because we're only one human being. Just like when you put on the Stevie Wonder song, you know it's Stevie Wonder. You know Maurice White from Earth, Wind & Fire. You know Prince when you hear a Prince song. You know a Michael Jackson song when you hear a Michael Jackson song. No different. But you don't give this man any grace after he is employing half of the black actors that are in Hollywood right now. Y'all want to call him everything but a child of God. Oh, he struggles with this. He struggles with that. Okay, he struggled with it. Whatever. Are you praying for your brother? Matter of fact, are you praying for your kid who's struggling? No, you're worrying about him. You're concerned about him, calling him all kinds of stuff. This man has helped the black community. He has always given, always been an employer. Listen, as I said, I do not know him personally. Hope to meet him one day. I think I will in Jesus' name. But listen, I'm not going to trash him. Even the things I disagree with, we used to look, because on the show, we used to review a lot of different shows. I'm not going to trash him. I'll even say, like, oh, this is what I think they should do with this character, that character. That's normal. But to talk about his character, his personal day-to-day real life character, and say he ain't this and he ain't that, and he ain't a real man because he had a baby over here, and that's the same thing his mama did. All this stuff that we like to say, we got to cool that out. We got to cool that out. Oh my God, I don't went over my time. Listen, I just wanted to get that out there, and I just wanted to say that these black actors and black TV, let me just put this in here, or writers are excellent. They have to face enough in Hollywood. They don't need us dragging them, pulling them out, saying crazy stuff. Take some time to observe. Take the part glean off the part that you do like, clap, applaud. If you don't like what he's writing, go write your own. If you need a job, I guarantee you he got openings where you can go apply for. But I guarantee you, if you went in other places in Hollywood, they ain't hiring you. And I hate to use that because it's kind of not as unfair to say that, because that's just unfortunately how a lot of things in America is. They don't want to a lot of people don't want to hire us. They done got rid of DEI, they done got rid of affirmative action, and they don't want to hire us. And people trying to act like that's not real. It's real. But he's hiring black folks by the drove. By the drove. And if you don't like what the part requires, then don't take the part. But don't blame him for your career. Don't blame him for how your mom raised you. Don't blame him for that. Blame your mama. If you want to be straight about it. Listen, I'm Brother D. Much love to you guys. Praise Hallelujah radio show. Woo! Coming on in like, I think it's 16 different. No, we're in 8. But 16 different territories. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, because we over in we in London, we in Paris, we in a couple places over in England. Oh man. And we on FM, internet, YouTube. We're a little bit everywhere. But much love, you guys. Stop blaming Tyler Perry. He is a door opener. He opened doors. Tyler Perry opened doors. Just remember that. Ain't nobody else hiring us like that. And if you want to tear down the one door, one of the few doors that we have, I feel for you. All right. Much love. God bless.